Good morning, dear ones. I hope you are well today. Sorry for the voice. I had, turns out I had pneumonia last week when my voice wasn't working so great. But I'm back now, mostly. I wanted to tell you about a really memorable Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's okay. I don't think what I'm going to say is applicable to anyone, really, whatever they do or don't celebrate. So when my wife and I were first married, had young kids, I got very, very sick. The doctors called it chronic fatigue syndrome. I always felt like that was just a fairly loose term for a whole constellation of symptoms that they just didn't really know what to do with. But nevertheless, I was really sick. I was exhausted. I couldn't even get out of bed. I was so sick. When I did get out of bed, I was in a wheelchair, just because I was so tired. Being in a wheelchair, I could theoretically walk, but I just didn't have any energy. So being in a wheelchair allowed me to get to and from class, trying to finish school off. So basically, I was really living a pretty confined life. It was, I spent just a lot of time in my bed or on the couch, or when I went out, it was pretty limited. My wife, of course, then was also really struggling because she had these wonderful children to deal with. She was essentially a single mom. It was a pretty tough time for us. The thing that I remember, though, that I want to talk about is that things just started to kind of get better. I think we were feeling like my health was improving. We were getting, just a lot of things that started to kind of fall in place and line up. However, because I had been so sick, we had no money. And it's always never fun, but you feel it especially keenly if you don't have money. If you have children around Christmas time, you really feel it then. And we were sad to not, we just felt bad because we were not going to be able to do anything really at all for our young kids. And that was disappointing. Well, one night about, a couple weeks before Christmas, there was a knock on the door. And we opened the door, and Santa Claus, and I mean, it was literally Santa Claus. Santa Claus, he had a real beard. He had a really nice suit. It wasn't like some kind of cheap rental suit. Had this big carved staff and lantern. And Santa was there. And there was a young woman with him, and she asked if this was our home, asked our names. And then Santa asked if he could come in and visit with us for a little bit. Well, my wife and I are absolutely dying at this point. So we, of course, invite him in. What are you going to say to Santa Claus if he wants to come in? And our kids were in bed. I think they were asleep, actually. But we went and woke them up. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Well, Santa Claus talked to them for a moment and was very sweet with them. And then Santa Claus opened his bag, and in it were some of the most thoughtful gifts, things that we really needed, like my wife and I needed, and things that our children really wanted. Santa also brought a tree. It was like a pre-decorated, pre-lit tree for us because we didn't have much in that way, and some other decorations. And then having, made us, just filled us with the wonder of magic of Christmas, given us gifts, given us a tree. Then Santa left because he had a lot of other prep work to do. To this day, I have no idea who is behind that or who was responsible for it. But it is such an incredible memory. And every year I think about it. And every year it makes me want to try to do something, at least something for someone. probably, I can't always do it on that scale, but every year trying to do something for someone else. That idea of trying to bring wonder and magic, and that's really what it was, as lovely as the gifts were that they gave us, they were nice. What they gave us was hope, and they gave us a sense of wonder, and they made us feel loved. Someone was watching out for us. And those are incredible gifts that last well beyond, the life of an item you get. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Christmas is incredible. It's a lot of fun, but it's even more fun when you can try to bring wonder for someone. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sending you all my love. I wish you the very best. You are wonderful. You are unique. You are uniquely wonderful. And I think you are amazing. And I send you all my love. Sincerely, your Internet Grandma.